Good wishes, dear students. Now in this part, as you see that we have started our revision part in my previous part also. I have done the revision of lesson 1, now which will be concluded in this part also. Lesson 1 from prose, Chief Setley's speech. Now in this we have gone through story in detail and characterization. Now theme has been taken as Red Indians' attachment to their land. One of the most important theme of Chief Setley's speech is his people's relation with their land. The speech is an emotionally charged response to Governor Stevens' proposal for selling Red Indians' land to their imperial masters. Imperial means superior masters. The land is not just a piece of earth but a symbol of their culture and memories. The land, the resting place of their ancestors, is a holy place for them. The land in which they were living was treated as a holy place because their ancestors were buried in that particular place. So it was treated as a holy place for them. For Red Indians it was a holy place. Not only the living but also the dead natives keep loving their land. So according to Chief Settlers, this land was their own land in which their ancestors were also buried, and the part of that land was really lovable for them, and they were in great need of that particular land, and they respect this land. The land that they have been asked to sell is sacred for them. Every hillside, every valley, every plain and grove has been hollowed by some or happy winds in days long vanished. Even the rocks that seem dumb, still with the memory of natives. The land is rich with the blood of their ancestors. They will be a part of the land even after perishing in this earthly world. The phrases such as hallowed ground, beautiful world, soil is sacred, its dust is rich with the blood of our ancestors, and beautiful land, all these words are there in the story, indicates Setley's passion for the land. He also makes it clear that the proposal to sell the land will be acceptable only on one condition, that they will never be denied the privilege of visiting at any time the tombs of their people. Since every part of this soil is sacred for them, even if they sell it, they won't part from it. So if they sell that land also, it will be a part for them. It will be sacred for them always. Now oppression, the speech delineates, that is sketch out the physical and mental oppression meted out to the Native Americans when white settlers came and started colonizing them. The whites also are so powerful in terms of their army and navy that the Red Indians need to be down. Chief Setley says that the whites are willing to allow them enough land to live comfortably, which is symbolic of their master-slave relationship. It is ironical that their good and great father in Washington will save them only when they will do as he desires. So Chief Setley exclaims that the Indians' night promises to be dark and green fate seems to be on the red man's trail. Besides, they are compared to us a wounded doe that hears the approaching footsteps of the hunter. So their situation like a wounded doe for which hunters are chasing to hunt. So he has differentiated white settlers and themselves, who were Native Americans or the Red Indians, and he has treated white settlers as hunters and Red Indians as the wounded doe. So clash of civilization also has been brought as a theme in this story. Throughout Chief Setley's speech, the white belief and way of living seems to clash with the Native American tribe. Their difference in skin color is emphasized again and again. The European imperial masters are referred to as white chief, big chief or pale-faced children, whereas the natives are referred to as red men or red children. The differences in their cultural and religious identities in the primary source of conflict between them. Samuel Huntington, in his book The Clash of Civilizations and the Remaking of World Order in 1996, states that two civilizations clash mainly because of cultural rifts. Rift means gap between them. To settle, whites and red Indians are thus like day and night that cannot dwell together. Now, transcendence, which we have seen in this, is state of transcendence means a state of being free from material, state of being free from commercial world. That is existence of world beyond the unusual limit. The Native Americans would be transported to a reality beyond what is felt by the senses. The shores, the pathless woods, the field would never be empty of their place spirits. This land will make them eternal. In all the earth there is no place dedicated to solitude, and hence they will be a part of this land forever. Their spirits will still love this beautiful land and its magnificent mountains and sequestered values. Their death here would not be death but only a gateway to the eternal world. So after death their new world will start. Their soul will be on this land, who will be howling on this natural beauty and will make the white settlers to remember these Native Americans. There will be only change of the world, and hence their soul will be immortal, who cannot die. Chief Settler's speech ends with a speech with his assertion. Assertion means a statement that there is no death, only a change of worlds. He exclaims that when the last of the red men shall have perished from this sensory world, their spirits will still be a part of some other world. The white man and his children would never be alone, as the invisible dead of Chief Settler's tribe would be present. Now, environmental concern also has been shown in Chief Settler's speech. What has been? It has been desired as one of the most beautiful and prophetic statements ever made on the environment. It refers to the Red Indians' respect and love for their land, environment and nature around them. The speech is the mouthpiece of animistic philosophy, which shows that plants and animals and inanimate objects have life like that of man. Settler in his speech cannot comprehend the idea of selling and buying land, as it is a natural resource. He says that he is not talking of land as a piece of geographical area, but as the ground rich with the blood of his ancestors. Moreover, the world with its valleys, its rivers, its magnificent mountains is alive and precious. These are the resources bestowed to the man, and hence it is important to care for them and thus support sustainable development. It is his duty to use the resources keeping in mind the needs of future generation. Setting which has been used in this story is Chief Settler is known for his love for his land. It is believed that Governor Isaac Stevens spoke to them of the terms of the proposed or treaty, which later came to be known as the Treaty of Point Elliot of 1855. It was a land settlement treaty between the United States government and Native American tribes of the area in the Washington Territory, formed in 1853. The speech was thus a reaction to white settlers' proposal of buying natives' land. So this was a treaty which was signed between the white settlers and Native Americans. It was a treaty through which they have given the land right to white settlers. So this we have studied, theme and settings we have studied in this chapter. Style we will go in next part. Okay students, so thank you so much.